In October, it'll be 10 years since former AFL player, now Western Bulldogs list manager Jason McCartney was caught up in the 2002 Bali bombings. He suffered burns to 50% of his body, yet 8 months later, wearing a pressure suit, he made a miraculous return for just one more game.
What you don't expect when you go on holidays is to be caught up in a cowardly act of terrorism. And unfortunately, a lot of Australians and so many other people from all around the world were affected, and I was there with my teammate, McCartney. We were very fortunate. Yes, we were injured, but we survived it. Even though I was optimistic in those early dark days in hospital, and I was always hopeful I could get back and play, but I didn't really know if I could, and especially when the doctors weren't giving me too much hope.
Penetrating kick inside the 50, McCartney behind, and McCartney has taken the mark. And listen to that roar.
There's people in the Richmond cheer squad applauding him this effort here.
A lot of focus was on me, but it was about the team success. When you play team sport, it is about the team, and for me it was about making sure we won that night. It was a pretty important night, and the second part from that was about me making sure I contributed and played my part. It was never about getting back and playing just one game. That probably came about the fact probably 3 or 4 weeks earlier I just realised I just couldn't keep doing it. And that was a lot about the health issues and complications.
Quarter comes hard, big Mark Stafford, too little too late. Fairy tales do come true.
Yeah, I suppose this is no better time than I think I've used up every inch of my determination through my fitness and I suppose mental effort, and I find it fitting now that I'll hang the boots up as of tonight.
It was an amazing feeling. I suppose I played in a grand final for North in '98 and we lost to the Crows. In '99 I was suspended and missed out on the premiership, and in the end I suppose ultimately that night and finishing up, that was my mini grand final in a way. You think back now and it's virtually 10 years in October, and sometimes it's hard to believe you're ever involved in it, but obviously I live with it every day when you wake up and see the scars, but just very fortunate to still be here.
And since retiring, you've had a number of different roles, all within AFL. You're pretty keen to stay close to the game?
Oh, most definitely. I left Nil when I was 16 to get drafted to Collingwood, and it's really it's been a love and a passion of mine for such a long period of time. It's pretty much all I've known as well, being in the industry. And while I was playing at Collingwood, I did do some time there working with the AFL with the junior development when Gavin Brown and Gary Lyon and Danny Frawley were out doing the footy clinic, so I had a bit of involvement there. And also when I was in Adelaide playing at the Crows, I worked at the SANFL in junior development, so yeah, it's been a massive part of my life and continues to be so.
McCartney takes a spectacular grab.
I'd hope to see myself doing this for a very long time, and obviously the goal here is to build a side that can win a premiership, so there's a lot of work to be done there, so I can't see myself going anywhere in a different direction too soon.
How would you say Bali has changed your life?
Definitely gave me a greater perspective on life. I was one that football was everything, but I realised very quickly when you go through an experience like that, yes, it is important to a lot of people, and it's so big in this country, but it is only a game. You know, as footballers, it's important what we do, but you spend time in hospital and they save lives. I often talk about the fact that you're having a bad day and you feel a bit sorry for yourself, but there's always people that are far, far worse off.
Jason McCartney, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much.